Hey guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be finding out all about what your reputation is and what your future spouse is going to think about your reputation. So, if you want to know what's going to be going on in your future spouse's mind whenever they meet you, whenever they hear about you, then this is going to be the perfect reading for you today. So, let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks, shall we? So, for group number 1, we have the Fool card coming through. For group number 2, we have the Hedonist card. And last but not least, for group number 3, we have the Visionary card coming through. Now guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big deep breath in. And now I want you to let it out. And now I want you to please close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about what your reputation is going to be like, how your future spouse is going to see your reputation, and what they're going to be thinking about it. So, whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever card your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be your reading today. Now, if you feel called to more than one card here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Hello, group 1. So if you felt called to the Fool card today, then hey, hello, how are you? And welcome to this fabulous reading today. So guys, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by my channel and for watching this reading. I am just always so grateful for you. Now, if you do feel like you like my vibe, then maybe give this video a big like for me and subscribe to my channel if you will, because I would love to have you. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading, because I know that you guys are just as excited as I am to talk about your cards. So, first of all, we got the Fool card coming through, and this card, this is going to be representing your reputation. This is going to be representing how people see you and what people think of you in general. And so we are getting the Fool card here, and whenever I see the Fool card, this does make me think about that lovely Aquarius energy. So you could be an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus, but if you're not, that's totally fine. This could simply just be representing the type of vibes or energy that you give off. So you kind of give off that awesome Aquarius energy, which I freaking love. The reason why I say that is because Aquarius folks, these are the type of people who are very rebellious, but in the most courteous of ways. These are the type of people who they would rather not belong than to belong. And if that belonging means hiding who they are. Okay, so what I mean by that is that Aquarius people are just very unique, and they are very individualistic. They love what makes them them. And so within this world today, within the world that we live in, we are constantly told by society who we should be, what we should do, and a lot of us just follow, right? A lot of us follow like sheep, and we try to do what society tells us to do. We try to get that 9-to-5 job. We try to you know, meet our person, get married, have kids, and just do everything that is expected of us, right? But Aquarius people, they're not like that. They're different. They like to do things differently. They have their own type of style, their own type of personality. And if there is anything about them that differs from societal expectations, they're not going to hide it, okay? So this kind of makes me think about, Princess Diana. Okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because Princess Diana, she was expected, always expected to do what her country wanted her to do. You know, she was this perfect lady. She followed all the rules, right, of the royalties. But whenever it came down to it, she would still do her own thing. She would still let her personality shine. The reason why I'm saying that is because there was a moment when Princess Diana, she had her children. I think it was her son, her first son. It's not Harry, the other one. Charles, I think it's Prince Charles. I could be wrong. But her first son had a field day, and all the moms were expected to compete in this like sack race. But Princess Diana, she couldn't do that because of the fact that that would look unladylike and that that's not suited for a royal to do that. But instead of doing what she was supposed to do, instead of listening to her rules of being a royal, instead she went out there with all the rest of the moms. She showed off her fun, cool, playful, athletic vibes by going out and competing in that freaking sack race. And so I think that at the end of the day, you are like that. You are like that group one. You are rebellious. You are authentic. You are someone who I do think is very well liked, just like Princess Diana, very well liked. But at the end of the day, you're not going to allow people to tell you exactly what you should do, especially if you don't want to do it. Does that make sense? So, yeah, at the end of the day, the reputation that you have is that you're very kind to everyone, you're very courteous, you're a sweet, sweet person, but you're not going to let society tell you everything that you should do. Like, you're a bit rebellious. You like to do your own thing, and you just shine. You're very unique. You stand out, and that is so incredible. Now, I'm also getting this idea here by looking at the Fool. He is, like, taking this mask off, and you can see that he's kind of sad. He's revealing, like, his true emotions, and so I'm also getting this idea that you get the reputation for being someone who wears your heart on your sleeve. You get this reputation for being someone who is not afraid to talk about your emotions. You are not afraid to be just 110% real and honest with people. And I think that that also is what causes you to stand out. I just think that you are kind of like a breath of fresh air to so many people, because in this world where everyone is hiding, they hide their true emotions, their true feelings, their true thoughts, you are out here just shining bright like a beacon. You are so honest. You have nothing to hide, and I just think that that is amazing, and I think that that is like the reputation that you have. So let's go ahead and just get further into this reading, and let's take a look at what your future spouse specifically thinks about your reputation, okay? Let's find out what your future spouse thinks about your reputation. Spirit, can we get some messages, please? What does group one's future spouse think about this reputation that they have of being truly authentic, of being a bit rebellious, of being someone that is not afraid to wear their heart on their sleeve? Can we get some messages, please? Group one's future spouse. What are they going to think about their reputation? What are they going to think about their reputation? I think I want that one. And then let's get one more card. Okay, just one more. Group one's future spouse. Okay. Sorry, you guys. My freaking contacts have been bothering me so much. I really need to get new ones. I've been wearing the same, like, 1 year. I have, like, contacts for a year, and so I'm supposed to have a pair of contacts for each month, and I ran out of my contacts early. I went through them really quick, and so I've been wearing the same contacts for, that I was supposed to wear for a month for about five months now. It's really bad, and it's kind of bothering me. But anyways, you guys, talking about the cards you're getting, we have the 10 of Pentacles coming through, which honestly, that's a really nice card to get. I love that. We also have the 4 of Swords. We have the Hermit. And then last but not least, we have the 5 of Swords. So just looking at this 4 of Swords, I'm getting the impression that your future spouse, they are going to be thinking about you and thinking about your reputation so much. They are going to spend like hours contemplating you, contemplating the person that you are. They're going to be very intrigued by you and intrigued by your reputation. The reason why I'm saying that is because looking at the Four of Swords, this chick here is just like sitting down on a boulder or on this like big rock, and she's just sitting there just thinking, you know. And so there is this like mysterious vibe that I'm getting from you, and I don't know if it's exactly mysterious. I don't know exactly how to describe it. I think what is coming through here is the fact that your future spouse, they see how you are not like anybody else. They see you as the individual that you are. They see you as this person that refuses to try to fit in. They see you as this person that is so different by being someone who shows your emotions, by being someone who wears your heart on your sleeve, by being someone who's a little bit rebellious in the most courteous of ways. And they just see you as someone who, again, it's just so different. You're unlike anyone who they've ever met. And so at the end of the day, because you are unlike anyone they've ever met, in a way, you are this mystery. They don't know how to handle you. They don't know how to go about talking to you, how to go about trying to even woo you, because they've never dealt with someone like you. Okay? And so what are they going to think about you and about the reputation that you have? They're just going to think that you are such an anomaly. They're going to think that you are so different, and in a way they're going to be very intrigued by you, but in another way they're going to be kind of intimidated by you as well. They just don't know what to do when it comes to you, okay? I'm also getting this idea here with the Hermit card coming through. Again, they see you as someone who just completely stands out, and they also see you as someone who is just your own person as well. Now, I'm getting this idea with the Hermit coming through that you are someone who doesn't like to be around like fake people. You don't like to be around people that like hide their feelings. And so in a way, I think that you do prefer to be on your own most of the time, or at least whenever your future spouse sees you, they're going to see you as someone who is very nice to everybody, but you prefer your own person, right? So at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here is because you're so true and authentic, they're going to see you as someone who is a bit of a loner. They're going to see you as someone who likes to be on your own rather than to be with a bunch of people and be with people who are just lying about their feelings and wearing all these masks. Like, you'd rather be on your own. And so they do see you as someone who is a bit of a loner. They're going to think of you as someone who is a bit of like a wallflower. And I think that that is going to add an even more mysterious element to you. And so again, they're going to be very intrigued by you. Very, very intrigued. Now, something that is also very interesting to see here is that we do have the Five of Swords. And so if you look at this, you can see that this person is like sitting down. They look very sad. They look like they're in their feels. They look like somebody really hurt them. And then this person is right here walking away with a sword. And so I think what your future spouse is going to think about you and about like this reputation that you give off, I'm getting this idea that they're kind of worried for you. The reason why I'm saying that is because they feel like because you are very open with your feelings, they think that someone is going to take advantage of that. They think that there is a very big risk of someone being rude to you or not being very kind to you, taking your kindness for granted. And I'm just getting this idea that they're just afraid that someone is going to be mean to you, that people are not going to be very nice to you. And it's because of the fact that you are just this very kind, very laid back, and very honest person. They're just afraid that you're going to, even though you prefer to be on your own, right? They're afraid that because you're so open with your feelings, that you're going to open yourself up to the wrong person, and that person is going to do something wrong towards you. They're going to hurt you. They're going to make you sad. And I'm kind of getting this idea that they're so afraid of that happening because they're afraid that if someone hurts you, if someone takes advantage of your kindness and of you being so open-hearted, they're afraid that that is going to cause you to curl up and it's going to cause you to no longer be as open and as authentic as you are. I mean, at the end of the day, they just see you as someone who is so different, so unique from everyone, where everyone tries to hide their feelings. You are out here just with all of them on full display, and that just makes you so extraordinary to them. That makes you so precious, and they're afraid of that preciousness getting destroyed. They're afraid of people taking advantage of you and you getting hurt and then deciding to no longer be open. They're afraid that you will end up being like everyone else, trying to hide your emotions behind a mask, and they just don't want that to happen because they just see you as someone who is so amazing and so gorgeous, and they're just afraid of someone ruining that. Does that make sense? They just love the person that you are, and obviously they would love you even if you change the way that you are, even if you change that aspect of yourself. I think that they would still be interested in you, but they would just be sad that someone did that to you, that someone hurt you enough to go from being this extremely open person to being this closed off book, okay? But let's go ahead and see what else wants to come through. Spirit, can we get some messages, please, for my Group 1 folks? What is Group 1's future spouse going to think about them? Can we get some messages, please? Group 1's future spouse. What are they going to think about their reputation? Can we get a couple cards from this deck, please, Spirit? Group 1's future spouse. Beautiful. Ooh, I love that. Can we get another card? What are they going to think about their reputation, Spirit? Ooh, okay. That's really lovely. So first of all, we have the green fairy coming through. That does make me think about the earth signs. So I am talking about Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You could be one of those signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. We also have enthusiasm coming through with the dill pickle. Is that the dill pickle? No, it's the dill flower. Excuse me. And then last but not least, we have harmony with the hawthorn flower coming through. Now, guys, with these messages coming through, first of all, your future spouse is going to see you as someone who is a very harmonious person. I think that they're going to see you as someone who likes to get along with everyone and keep the peace. Now, it's very interesting to see that coming through because at the end of the day, what I was saying before is that you don't want to be like everyone else. You want to be your own person. You want to be authentic and be honest, and you don't like hanging around fake people. Or at least that's how your future spouse views you, based on your reputation. But while you don't like to mix up with people who try to hide their feelings and mask their emotions, I think at the same time, you will never be rude to these people. You will always be kind to absolutely everyone. You will always be very sweet to them. And you just seem like somebody who doesn't have a mean bone in your body. And so I think that your future spouse is really going to like that about you. They love how you are someone who is not rude to people who are different from you or who has a different viewpoint or a different lifestyle, right? Just because you don't necessarily agree with others and with the type of way that they're living, you're not going to outright be rude or cruel to them. You are going to be very kind to them, and they like how you are like that. They find that to be very refreshing because there are honestly so many people that can't stand to be around people who are different than them. They can't stand to be around people who have different religious values or different political views, and they will like just say mean things to them just to be mean. You're not like that. You will never ever say a mean thing ever, or at least that's what your future spouse thinks, okay? And your future spouse really likes that. Now, I'm also getting this idea that your future spouse, they definitely see you as someone who's very intelligent. So I'm definitely getting this idea that you could have a bit of a reputation for being a nerd or for being like someone who continuously loves to educate yourself and continuously learn new things. And your future spouse, they just see you as someone who is very intelligent, very curious, and they like that. They're really into that. They love your curiosity and your mind. The way your mind works is just very hot to them, very attractive. I'm also getting the idea that they see you as someone who is very determined, and they like that determination. And then last but not least, with the enthusiasm card coming through, I think that this enthusiasm is coming from the fact that you just love life. Your future spouse sees you as someone who loves your life. You love yourself. You love yourself so much that you don't allow yourself to hide who you are. You're just always like, this is me. And your future spouse finds that to be so incredible. You just have this incredible enthusiasm for life and the life that you're living, and they just find that to be so amazing. I think that your future spouse is honestly going to love being around you because you just live such a colorful life. You're not afraid to be who you are and to do the things that you want to do. And you do all these things with a passion, with a love, with a joy. And it just always shines through no matter what. And so your future spouse, I think that they are always going to want to be around you because of the fact that you have this enthusiasm and this passion. They just see you as someone who is so amazing and so awesome, and I'm just so excited for you, Group 1. Your future spouse, they just love you. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a beautiful big like and to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have an incredible rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 2. So if you felt called to this hedonist card today, then hey, hello, how are you? And thank you for stopping by my channel today. So first of all, I just want to say that I'm so grateful for having you guys decide to come and watch this reading and just share in these beautiful vibes with me. Now, if you do happen to like the vibe, to like my vibe in particular, then please make sure to give this video a big like and to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos like this every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you join this side of my TarotTube family. Okay, so let's go ahead and just cut to the chase. Let's talk about this card. I do want to tell you though really quickly that the first part of this reading is going to be me talking about the hedonist card and how this pertains to your reputation. This is going to be talking about how people see you and what your reputation is, okay? And then from there, we're going to jump into the tarot portion of this reading, and we're going to be finding out exactly what your future spouse thinks about your reputation, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about this card. So we have the hedonist coming through. Now, I love this card coming through for you because I'm getting this idea that you just come off as someone who is so free. You are someone who expresses your love. You express everything that you're thinking, and you are just someone who just does exactly what you want to do. And you are definitely someone who enjoys doing things that make you happy. You enjoy a bit of luxury as well. You're just not afraid to go out and have a good time, and I love that. I love that. So I'm just getting this idea with the hedonist card coming through. You could definitely be someone that likes to go out and drink wine or go to fancy restaurants. You could be someone who likes to go and go out and party with your friends, just live the good life, okay? Whatever the good life is to you, you are someone who likes to do that. And I definitely think that you are just someone who embraces life. You embrace life. You realize that you can literally die tomorrow and you don't want to have any regrets. And so at the end of the day, you just get this reputation for being someone who is very free with yourself. You don't really, you know, give yourself all of these things that you have to do, if that makes any sense. Like, you don't live by any type of like big rules that you place for yourself. You don't set a whole lot of dates for your future. You are just someone who wants to live in the moment and have a good time. Now that doesn't mean by any means that you're not responsible or that you don't have a real plan for yourself. This just means that in a way you do live very spontaneously. You like to take things day by day, and I just think that that is something that people find to be very interesting about you. I think that people find you to be someone who's very exciting. People like to be around you because they don't necessarily know what you're going to do next. Now, I'm also getting this idea that you are just a very exquisitely gorgeous person. I think that you are someone on the outside who's very beautiful, and I do think that you like to take care of yourself. I see you as someone who probably likes to go to the spa. You like to treat yourself. You like to get your hair done. You like to wear nice clothes. And so I just think that you get this reputation as being someone who is beautiful. You get this reputation for being someone who is like this Adonis of an individual. And I do think that people are quite intimidated by you. They could be afraid that you... I don't know, that you won't want to talk to them because you're just in this whole other level of beautiful. I definitely think that if there's anyone that is interested in you, they're definitely afraid to tell you their feelings because a lot of people just see you as someone who is so beautiful. They think that you wouldn't want to be with them and they doubt themselves in the process. So yeah, you just get this type of like, you have this reputation for being just like Aphrodite or like Adonis. You get this reputation for being as gorgeous as a goddess. So that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting to see. I'm also getting this idea that you have this reputation for being quite popular as well, because I do think that people like being around you. Like I said before, they love talking to you. You're beautiful. I mean, what is not to like about you? And so even though there could be people that are afraid to talk to you when it comes to the more romantic sense, I think that you do have a ton of friends. You have a lot of people that like to hang out with you, and so you do get this reputation for being a very popular person. But yeah, I am also getting this idea for just a few people. They may see you as someone who is a mean girl, because whenever you think of someone who's popular and beautiful, a lot of people kind of see these individuals as being a little bit superficial, or they see them as being like a mean person, a mean girl. And so you could get that reputation here and there, even though I don't think you're like that. But that is just how, like, maybe one or two people who you have met before has viewed you. Does that make sense? Okay, so I wouldn't have been surprised if people have come up to you and they told you, like, oh, I was so intimidated by you at first, you know, I thought that you were going to be mean, but you're not like that at all. Like, you're so fun and sweet and awesome. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that idea that people might think that about you sometimes. I'm also getting this idea that you have a reputation for being someone who, although likes to go out and eat good food, you still like to be very healthy as well. I think that you are known as being quite health conscious. You like to eat your fruits and your veggies. The reason why I'm saying that is because this lady here has all this fruit and she's just like going to town with it. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on from that. So Spirit, can we get some messages, please? By the way, guys, the dogs outside are going crazy, and I do apologize about that, but let's go ahead and see what your future spouse is going to think about your reputation, okay? Can we get some messages, please? Group 2's future spouse. Okay, so we have 2 cards trying to make an appearance here. Now, I'm just going to take the card that's on the front here, and I'm going to put the other card back in the deck. Spirit, can we get another message, please? Group 2's future spouse. What are they going to think about them? What are they going to think about this reputation that they have? Again, 2 cards trying to come through. I'm going to take the card that is looking at us, and I'm going to put the other card back in the deck. So let's stop there. Okay, yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. So, guys, I'm so sorry about the dogs. They are going insane. I'm really sorry about that. But let's go ahead and keep going. So we have the Wheel of Fortune coming through. We have the Knight of Swords, and we also have the King of Wands. So this does talk about air energy. So you could be an air sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, with the King of Wands coming through. That talks about fire energy. So you could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But guys, for the back of the deck energy, we literally have the Four of Pentacles coming through. We've got the Four of Pentacles, and I'm getting two different messages coming through here. Okay, so the first message that I'm seeing is the fact that your future spouse, how they're going to view your reputation is that they're literally going to view you as a treasure. Okay, they're going to view you as a freaking treasure. The reason why I'm saying that is because with the Four of Pentacles, you can see this guys here like holding these coins, and they just look like they are awesome coins, right? When you have coins, you have a lot of money, and that is awesome. And so I just think that your future spouse, they're going to see you as someone who is worth your weight in coins. They're going to see you as someone who is truly just so valuable, and they're really going to love the person who you are, and they're going to love this reputation that you have as well. Like, they're just going to eat that up. I just think that they're going to like how you are someone that comes off as quite popular. You are someone who is known as this like high value type of individual, as someone who is so beautiful, but they're also going to love the fact that you just love to celebrate life. You love to live life day by day and do everything under the sun that makes you happy. And so at the end of the day, your future spouse, they're just going to freaking love who you are. They're going to love this reputation, the vibes that you give off, and they're just going to find you as someone who is so exquisite, and they would just feel like they would be so happy if they were to be able to even have your attention, let alone a date with you. So yeah, they're definitely never going to take you for granted. They're definitely going to feel so freaking lucky if they get to go on a date with you, which, I mean, obviously they are going to go on a date with you because this is your future spouse we're talking about here. But yeah, that's very interesting. Now, I'm also getting this idea here. The second message I'm seeing is that they are definitely going to be thinking to themselves that they are never going to want to let you go. That's the other message I'm seeing here. If they were to be able to have you, then they would never want to let you go. And so, again, like I was saying, they just view you as someone who is so incredible. You're such a treasure. And so I definitely think that when they're sitting back and thinking about you and thinking about this reputation that they have, they're just always going to be thinking to themselves like, wow, if that person actually hung out with me and wanted to date me and be with me, I would never, ever, ever let them go. I would be so possessive of them because I know what I would have if I had them. I know how amazing they are, how incredible they are. So yeah, that is so awesome to see. Again, they will never ever take you for granted, and I love that. Now, literally with the Wheel of Fortune coming through, this is the card of luck. This is the card of things turning towards your favor. And so I'm just thinking that whenever they think about you, they're just thinking about how honestly it would take so much luck for them to be able to attract someone like you. I'm definitely getting the idea that they may not see themselves in the best light when compared to you. I think that when they think about your reputation, they just view themselves as less than. They view themselves as someone who isn't deserving of you. And so they know that because of that, because they're not deserving of you, they know how lucky they would be, how blessed they would be to be able to have you in their life. And with the Knight of Swords coming through, I definitely think that this is talking about how, as they think about your reputation and everything that you are, they're just going to want to go after you so quickly. I'm definitely getting this idea, even though they're going to be nervous and even though they may not have a lot of confidence when it comes to trying to talk to you, as soon as they hear about you through the grapevine, as soon as they meet you and see you and hear about your reputation and just see the person that you are, they're going to think to themselves like, oh my gosh, yes, it would take so much luck and so much work to get this person to want to even be with me, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to put in the footwork. I'm going to go after them. I'm going to run after them, and I'm going to woo them. So what is your person going to think whenever they think about you and think about the reputation that you have? They're just going to be thinking like, wow, that is my person. I want them, and I'm going to have them. So I'm going to go after them, even if it's so hard, even if all the odds are against me, and I'm going to pursue the crap out of them. So yeah, that is freaking awesome. I love that. I definitely think that they're going to be doing all these romantic things to try to woo you and win you over to them. And then at the end of the day, we have the King of Wands coming through. And the King of Wands, this talks about somebody who is a leader. This talks about somebody who is very bold and very brave. This is the type of person who just stands up in their power. They stand in their power, and they're just very confident with who they are and what they have to bring to the table. And so I think at the end of the day, what they are going to think about you and think about your reputation is that you are just a very confident individual, and they're going to love that. They're going to eat that stuff up. They just see you as somebody who is a freaking leader. You're so different from everyone else. You're just you. You're out here living the good life, doing what makes you happy, and they like that. They like that. They love that confidence. They love that type of self-esteem that you have. They find it to be very, very hot, very attractive. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on and see what else wants to come through here, Spirit. Can we get some messages, please? What is Group 2's future spouse going to think about their reputation? Honestly, I think this card is wanting to come through. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I love that. I'm definitely getting the idea that they're just going to see you as somebody who is fun. When they think about you, they think of you as a fun freaking person. The reason why I'm saying that is because we literally have the summer dragon coming through. And whenever I think about the summer, I think of getting out of school, being able to go out, relax, have a good time. And so yeah, what do they think about your reputation? They just think that you are someone who is a very fun person to be around, and they're just going to want to hang out with you, Group 2. And I love that. Let's see what else. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes, 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 yes. We literally got courage coming through. Yeah, they see you as someone who is so courageous. You are so courageous because you are not here like hiding who you are. You're not here trying to like mask your emotions or mask what makes you happy. Like, no, you're very honest. You're very truthful. And that takes a lot of courageousness. That takes a lot of bravery. And so they see you as someone who is very, very, very brave, and they love that. Now, another thing that is coming through here is the fact that we have Soothe coming through. And so I'm getting this idea that your future spouse, they're going to view your reputation. They're going to view you as someone who stands out from the crowd. They're going to view you as someone who likes to live your life and do your own thing. But I think that they're also going to see you as someone who is very open-minded. And so because you get this reputation for being someone who does your own thing, who lives your best life, they think that you are someone who is going to be very open-minded to everyone else. They think that you are someone who is very accepting of others, and no matter who anyone is, no matter what kind of person that you meet, you're just going to accept them and love them for who you are. And so I think that they're going to find that to be so incredible, and they are going to feel like at ease when it comes to being around you, right? So that's very interesting to see, because like I was saying before, they do feel like when it comes to romance that they don't have a shot with you at all, and yet they're still going to go after you anyways. And so while that does cause them to be very nervous about trying to like woo you, about trying to, you know, win you over, at the same time, they still feel very calm when it comes to trying to talk to you, when it comes to trying to get to know you, because they just feel like you are not going to judge them with who they are and what they have to bring to the table. But again, when it comes to the more romantic side of things, they still feel like even though you are going to accept them for who you are, for who they are, they're going to be afraid that you won't want to be with them in a romantic sense. You may want to be friends with them, but they feel like that won't necessarily translate to a romance. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, at the end of the day, what does your future spouse think about your reputation? They just think that you're a very fun person. They think that you are someone who would be really hard to capture in a romantic sense. They think that they definitely have a lot of legwork they've got to do to try to win you over. but they're going to do it anyways. They see you as someone who's very courageous, again, as someone who's very popular, who's a leader, who stands out. And at the end of the day, they just see you as someone who's very soothing. They feel relaxed to be around you because they feel like you would love them no matter who they are. Does that make sense? So, yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime. So thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time. Mwah! Bye, guys. Hello, Group 3. So if you felt called to the Visionary card today, then hey, hello, how are you? And thank you so much for stopping by. So guys, first of all, I just want to say that I'm so grateful to have you guys here. And if you do happen to like my vibe, then please make sure to give me a big like and to maybe even consider subscribing to my channel because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday. Now guys, I do want to let you guys know right now that there are going to be two different parts to this reading today. So for the first part of this reading, we are going to be talking about the Visionary card, and this is going to be telling us what your reputation is. And then after that, we're going to jump into the tarot part of this reading, and we're going to be talking about what your future spouse thinks about your reputation, okay? So first of all, you guys, with the Visionary card coming through right away when I'm looking at this is making me think about someone who is very natural, very all natural. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at this person, she isn't really like wearing this like glitzy, glamorous outfit. She doesn't have all this makeup on. Like, she is just like all natural. And so I'm definitely getting the idea that your reputation is that you are someone who is very down to earth. You don't seem like someone who is really big about always trying to be the most glamorous person in the room. You are just more so someone who likes to focus on just wearing the basics and going barefaced and all that. And so that's really awesome to see. Also, I do want to apologize because there is some yard work going on right now outside my window, and if you can hear that, I'm sorry, but let's just keep on going. Let's go with the flow. Now, another message that is coming through is I do feel like you are someone whose reputation is that you are this like visionary person. You are someone who is always focused on the future. You're always focused on what you should do next, and you come off as someone who is very determined and very ambitious. And so you do give off this energy, this reputation of being someone who is very career focused, and you give off this reputation of someone who is just going to do amazing things when it comes to your job and your career. Now, the other message that I'm seeing here is I am getting like a bit of like a spiritual side to you, because if you look at this lady, she literally looks like she's looking into a crystal ball. And so I am getting this idea that you could have the reputation of being someone who likes to dip your toes into different like spiritual practices. Some people might think that you are someone who could be interested in tarot or in doing some type of scrying, or you could simply give off the vibes that maybe you have an appreciation for Christianity or for other types of religions. So yeah, at the end of the day, your reputation is that you are someone who is a very curious person. You have a curiosity for different religions, different spiritual practices. You have this reputation of someone who is very down to earth, very all natural, and you also have this reputation for just being a boss freaking babe, which we love, okay? So let's go ahead and see what your future spouse is going to think about this reputation that you have. So Spirit, can we get some messages, please, to represent Group 3's future spouse? Can we get some messages, please? Can we get some messages, please, Spirit, for Group 3? Ooh, okay. I think, you know what, we're going to stop there. Guys, oh my gosh, I'm not going to lie to you. The cards, we have 2 cards coming through that literally was in, I think it was Group 1. these were the same 2 cards that came through for group 1. And guys, I shuffled this deck before this reading. I reshuffled it like seven different times. And so for these 2 cards to come out, like, that is incredible. So honestly, for some of you guys, if you felt called to group number 1, which is the full card here, if you felt called to that reading, then I would definitely recommend to go and check that out, because you could have some extra messages within that reading as well. But continuing on, for the back of the deck energy, we have the King of Swords coming through, which does make me think about the air signs. So you could be an air sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus, and this does talk about Libras, Aquariuses, Geminis, but I do think that this card, this is very interesting that this is coming through, because like I was saying before, you came off as someone that has this reputation for being very curious, for being very interested in the world and religion and spirituality. And it's interesting to be talking about that, and then for this card to come through, because the King of Swords, this talks about somebody who is very intelligent. This talks about somebody who loves to learn new things. They love to go to school and go and meet new people and just fill their mind up with new information. And so what is your future spouse going to think about you? What are they going to think about this like curious nature that you have? They're going to find it to be absolutely amazing. They're going to love this this side to you. And I'm honestly getting the idea that whenever they hear about your reputation and they hear about how curious you are, they're just going to be thinking about how they just want to talk to you. They want to literally be like a sponge that soaks up all this information that you know. And so I'm getting the idea that they're going to take on this King of Swords type of energy. They're going to take on this energy. And like I said before, what is that King of Swords energy? It's someone who is very curious. It's someone who likes to learn new things. So it's almost like they are going to hear about how you are a very smart person, and they're going to be so curious by you. They're going to want to learn everything that you know. They're going to be like your student. And so that's really interesting. That's really, really cool. So yeah, they're just really going to appreciate your mind, and they are just going to love how it works. They love how your mind works, and they just want to learn as much as they can from you. So that is really cool to see. Now we also have the Hermit coming through. So what are they going to think about you and your reputation? They're just going to think that you are someone who really stands apart from everyone else. They're going to see you as someone who is a soul type of figure. Is that the right word? They're going to see you as someone who is a bit of a wallflower. I think because you are so big about learning new things, about picking up on these new life lessons and things like that, new information, they're just going to see you as someone who prefers your own solitude sometimes. They see you as someone who likes to be on your own, like at your house, so that you can study, so that you can watch history videos, so that you can take in all the information that you learned all on your own. So yeah, there is this energy here where they just feel like you are someone who prefers your alone time. And I do think that that is going to be something that is very intriguing to them and very attractive to them as well. They're just going to view you as someone who has a deep love for yourself. You don't feel the need to hang out with a ton of different people. Like, you are fine with just being on your own and having a book in your hand. Like, that is what makes you happy. And they just find that to be amazing, because there are honestly so many people in this world who feel the need to hang out with so many people. They feel the need to have so many, like, millions of friends, because they don't have a lot of love for themselves. They don't love themselves enough to be able to be their own best friend. And yet here you are. They see you as someone who is not like that. They see you as someone who loves to be on your own. You love yourself. You have a deep amount of confidence, and you're your own best friend. You're your own companion. And they find that to be absolutely worthwhile, absolutely incredible. Now, another card I'm seeing here is the Wheel of Fortune. And so this makes me think about luck. This makes me think about luck. And so I think that they view you as someone who honestly makes your own luck, if that makes any sense. You make your own luck by being someone that is always 10 steps ahead of everyone else, because like I was saying before, you get this reputation of being someone who is a visionary. You're always thinking about the future. You're always planning for the future. And so it's almost like they view you as someone who doesn't need luck on your side, because you are someone who will make your own luck by being someone who plans for the future, by being someone who works really hard, who does everything that you need to do to try to attain the things that you want. And so at the end of the day, what are they going to think about you and this reputation that you have of being someone who plans 10, 20, 30 years in advance for all the things that you want? They're just going to find that to be really awesome. They're going to find you to be someone who is just going to be able to live the life of your dreams, because of the fact that you don't just sit here and dream about the things that you want. You dream about your dreams, but then you create an actual plan to attain those dreams and to turn those dreams into a reality. So they are just going to see you as someone who is a doer, as someone who is an overachiever. You're going to achieve everything because you are going to work hard to attain all of your goals. So that is really awesome. Now, the last card that I'm seeing here is the Five of Swords. And so this is honestly really interesting. So this card can sometimes talk about like intimidation. This could talk about like hostility and maybe even a bit of bullying as well. And so it's interesting to get this card. I just feel like at the end of the day, your future spouse, they're going to be kind of intimidated by you and by the person that you are. The reason why I feel like they're intimidated by you is because of the fact that you are this person who seems like you love yourself so much. You have a lot of love for yourself and you don't need to be around a whole lot of people. And so because they see you as someone who is like that, it's almost like they are going to be intimidated and kind of scared to talk to you, because they're afraid that if they talk to you and maybe try to ask you out on a date here or a date there, they're afraid that you'll turn them down. So there is that type of energy coming through. They are afraid of that. So yeah, that's interesting to see, but let's go ahead and move on. Let's see what else wants to come through. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is literally awesome. We have painting poppies coming through. Literally, guys, the painting poppies card, that talks about really manifesting your dreams. It talks about having something that you want to go after and then doing all the things that you need to do to attain those goals, to manifest the life of your freaking dreams. So yeah, again, how do they view your reputation? What do they think about you? They just, again, see you as someone who is a doer. You are someone who is always, you know, thinking about what you want in life. You're thinking about your dreams, which is so amazing because we literally have the dreams card coming through. You think about your dreams and then you go after these dreams, and you won't ever let anything hold you back. You won't let anyone hold you in a cage or keep you from attaining those goals. You will always go after those dreams and turn those dreams into a reality. Now, the reason why I'm saying that you won't let anyone hold you back or keep you in a cage is because we literally have freedom coming through. And you can see right here on this card that there's a depiction of a cage here. And so you will never ever let anyone cage you. You will always go after your dreams. You will always go after your goals, and you will never let anyone hold you back. So yeah, you guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys.